Hey, and welcome back. So we got our editing notes for the Grumpy Sunshine novella. Now we're actually going to put this to use. So I'm going to close this one. Those notes are here too, and then this is going to be our document for actually putting those. No one cares I'm out of storage. For putting those chapters in. This might be a little big. Let's just bring it down to 125. Let's bring this down to 125 too, just because it looked huge. So what we're going to do is we have all of this. I need to grab chapter 1 here because I don't want it to have any kind of issues finding the info, knowing what we're talking about. So this is chapter 1. I'm going to put this here. Hey, clear editing. Chapter 1 today. Here is the chapter. Paste it there. Overall story goals, and chapter 1. Any revisions though? Any repetition, I should say. Alright, so the prompt I'm giving it is we're going to edit chapter 1. I'm telling it exactly what we're doing and which chapter. Here's the chapter, paste it here, you don't have to go searching for it. The editing notes, we're going to talk about the chapter before you make those revisions. But if you happen to see any repetition, go ahead and get rid of it now. Actually, also please give me a new artifact for the chapter to work with. Give me a new artifact so that we can make those big revisions together. Send that out. I'm going to go ahead and open this, make a new tab for that. I'm going to go ahead and move that over there. Okay. So yes to both of those. Actually, it's in both POVs. Okay, so few things, but maybe we could talk about big edits first. Okay. You totally missed the mark. It's okay, Claude. No. Okay. You're okay. Alright. Okay. So chapter is good. Alright. Copy that. Copy the project. I'm going to flop it here. Nope. Don't do that. Now, we've done this. So I'm just gonna, let's just highlight color it. Alright, so, refresh this. That's chapter 1. I'm gonna get rid of this. So then the goal at the end is that all the chapters will be up here, and the detailed outline and the editing guide will be the last, or the first things, and then we'll end with chapter 16. That way we know what's already been fixed, what needs to be fixed. So, here. Now I'm going to stay in the same thread because it knows what we're doing right now. But if you are not on the Max plan and you want to save your messages, starting a new thread per chapter that you're editing will help. Here's chapter 2. For edits, please do the repetition revision without me, improving any big things let's talk about before they get implemented, and please provide a clean artifact for us to work with. And grab these. swap that, send this. Okay. Good, good. Right. Go ahead with those changes. All of them look great. Thank you for discussing them with me first. Excellent. I am getting rid of the title things. I can't stand them. If you want to, you can tell the AI when you're setting up not to include them. Personally, it's easy just to take them out, so I just take them out when I want to. I'm going to stop the video at this second chapter. I figure, 12 to 15 minutes, quick little 1-2 chapters. Some of the chapters will be faster, some of them will take a little longer, but if we do 2 chapters per video, that's 8 of edits, and yeah. The longest thing is really just going to be Claude making the new artifact. And then I'm going to check to see if there's anything else that it needs. If it suggests something that I feel like it doesn't actually apply, then we'll go ahead and tell it, hey, that doesn't really work for me. Now, you don't have to put the chapter into your conversation. I like to, because I don't want it to grab, say chapter 12 thinking that it's 2 and then all of a sudden we're a jumbled mess. It's easier for me to just be like, 2, here's 2, this is 2, edit 2. Which is another reason why I kept them all here versus putting them in here. So this is where the final goes. This is where everything else goes. Now, is this what I would suggest? Absolutely. Not always. Just because what if you lose access to Claude? There have been people who have said that Claude banned them, deleted their accounts. They did something against the terms of service. So what I would say is always keep a copy in another document, which is what I do for everything that is personal that I'm trying to save. This, if I had lost it, I make a new rom-com. It's not the end of the world for me. I'm not particularly attached to it. I think it's cute. I'm glad that you're all enjoying it. But it's not a soul book. And those of you who have written a soul book, one that you're so in love with and you wake up at 2 a.m. to keep working on, that's a soul book. That's one that, it just needs to get out of you. This is cute. This is, Saturday afternoon. It's nice out. You want something fun and comfy to read. Low pressure, adorable antics. I like rom-coms. They're fun. But it's not something that's earth-shattering. And, they're fun. If you love rom-coms too, I hope you're enjoying this one. If you're like, oh my god, not another romance, the next book that I'm going to show you is not a romance. So, that'll be fun. But here we are. Aww. Not commercially viable. Yeah, alright, so anything else you think we need to update here? This is chapter 2, though. I feel like we gave Bertha plenty of time, and James doesn't need foreshadowing. Let's add in those sensory details though. And that's what I'm saying. Like, don't always just take every single edit that it gives you, and don't keep asking for edits either. Just because you'll get in this loop where it'll just keep tinkering, and we don't want it to just keep tinkering. As you can see, it takes a lot of time for it to tinker, but also there comes a point when you're just like, alright, it's done. Yeah, you did go a little heavy with the, cinnamon and the daydreaming and all that. As long as you don't lose too much. Okay. Cool. Anything else that's critical? Alright, good. Copy that. Copy to project. Post here. What's our word count so far? 5,900. That's not bad. We addressed that. Let's go ahead and make that this gray color. 2 down. Only 14 to go. That's not bad. Alright, so go ahead and get rid of this, because now we have that. See? And it's also nice because it says revised on it. So if you ever get lost, that's how you know that it's there. Alright, next up, chapters 3 and 4. And thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. I hope you'll find some tricks to help your own editing along. Editing is definitely not my favorite part, but AI can make it a lot easier and a lot faster. And then after this, we're still going to do a quick read-through edit and still line edit, because we may find things where we're like, hey, this makes absolutely 0 sense and we need to fix it. So don't think that just because we just plopped it in here, it's all done. It's not. So the initial edits were when we were actually having a draft of chapters, and we were like, hey, that's cute. Hey, we need to fix it. Hey, there's a lot of repetition. This is the second wave of edits, where we get more into the nitty-gritty, where we have a plan after we looked at the entire thing. This is wave 2 of edits. Wave 3 is going to be us going through the actual book, line by line. That's going to be kind of tedious, honestly. I'm not going to lie to you. But at the same time, it's really important. And then it'll also get rid of all these extra spaces, all of the, the pound signs for where it's supposed to be bold but it's not bold, all those things we're going to get rid of in that final edit. So just bear with me because the editing process is going to take a little bit. But I'm glad that you're all here. Hopefully you learned something that you can apply to your own books and your own techniques. All right, thanks for being here.